Dipesh Man Sakwaji, Chair of Europe Nepal Chamber of Commerce, and Som Sapkaraji, Tourism Promotion Committee Chair. It's a wonderful opportunity to share some ideas how we can promote tourism in Nepal that helps both our Nepalese living in abroad and living in Nepal to benefit, along with broader arena of the world to have a new avenue or the newness in the same avenue when they touring around the world. Somji asked me to focus my speech outlining the possibility of a local government to empower and promote the tourism back in Nepal. My name is Ranabhat. I'm councillor at Royal Borough of Greenwich, which is in one of the boroughs in Greater London. And I'm chair of Nepalese communities in Greenwich as well. In my opinion, the tourism in Nepal is not the new concept for the resident in the UK. Most of the tourists in the UK, they know Nepal is one of the tourist destinations. But at the moment, the reluctance with them is the question of safety, security, pricing, and hassle-free procedure of the things. Because whenever residents are coming to contact with us, and then they share their feelings on these issues in most of the times. So, for instance, NRNA, we cannot do all. We can't take all the charges and all the responsibility, but our focus, if I understand right, is how NRNA, especially the this Department of Tourist Promotion Committee, can support and can promote this tourism and can support those potential tourists who will visit Nepal, and then can give them the optimum satisfaction. That's how I believe is our role today. In my opinion, the one of the important thing that Dipeshji has highlighted is the possibility of direct flight. Nepal, I think they have some preparations for international flights coming to Europe. And then if that can achieve, that will save a lot of hassle. And then there will be hassle-free visit. And another important thing is that we can, SANRNA, Tourism Promotion Committee stakeholders, we can make a short video presentation how a day like in Nepal as a tourist. So a person looking at that short video clip, not the very lengthy one, it is short, they can feel how if I for example, in the last holiday, if I chose Nepal instead of other place, how I would feel like in terms of the luxury, in terms of adventure, in terms of pricing. Obviously, for the tourists from Europe, the pricing should not be the issue apart from the transport, because living in Nepal is cheaper than living in Europe, definitely. And even the internet, that local transport is a lot cheaper than Europe, so that should not be a problem. And another important thing we can highlight could be the contact centers. If they will happen to have some issues with their embassy might not have full access to, which our foreign affairs might not have full access to or immediate access to, then where and whom they can contact to make their difficult situation to resolve in case anything happens in terms of their insurances, in terms of their safety, in terms of pricing, or in terms of choosing the location. That is what the foreign tourist would keep in their mind. For example, you take the flight, we take all other assurances. For example, if you can make a slogan like that, if you go from our reference, we have a contact center there in Nepal. We are 24-hour available on call, and then we can assist with you. For example, a person who is stuck somewhere in the remote area doesn't know what to do, and then if they start uh, talking to the foreign affairs or their embassy, it will take a long time, and then they will not get the right solution there. So if we can set some of tourism contact center, for example, on behalf of NRNA, so any person coming from the abroad in the reference of NRNA, we are there, and they can contact directly, and then they will get some advice. That sort of things, if we can establish, that will certainly encourage a foreign tourists to go to Nepal. And in the tourism, it's not only the foreign origin tourist or Nepalese origin new generation. That's another important part of the tourism. They spend more money in their holidays compared to us, this new generation, and compared to even other some foreign tourists. So if we can encourage our second generations, take Nepal as holiday destinations, you have a lot of things there to explore, a lot of adventures there to experience, and a lot of knowledge to gain. These sort of slogans will encourage our generations. As I had a discussion with Somji last time, he's very keen to promote these tourism concepts and these ideas in the grassroots levels. For example, he's happy to go to every boroughs and in some of the influential schools and colleges to give presentations. Yeah, that's absolutely right. What we can do in every borough, in their town hall, if we approach formally, they will provide the space and they will invite some guests. So there we can do the presentations in the town hall. You might probably get a lot of local councillors there who will represent the grassroots people in every ward, and the message can flow. We can send the informations or newsletters, digital newsletters, and then video presentations to the schools to give the additional knowledge to explore for the children. For example, they have a lot of assignment for the children while they have to explore about the unknown parts of the world. And our tourism material can be the academic supplement for them to explore the world. In a way, we find the term so we can insert our document to them, and then they'll have chance to read it. Or we can leave some leaflets or some newsletters or some small booklets to the local libraries. We can talk to libraries. I'm chair of GLA, which holds 400. I'm sorry, I'm trustee of, not the chair, trustee of GLA, which holds 450 libraries and leisure centers in the UK. We can talk. Can you keep these book in your libraries? So if anybody wants to explore in the section of the tourism, they might find Nepal. We can put visit Nepal or something, whatever title, name of the book, if we will have. This sort of information can help. If we want to go in the national level, we can book one of the rooms in the House of Commons, where we can get a lot of MPs to get in touch who are interested to know about Nepal, who are interested to encourage their constituents to go to Nepal as a tourist destinations, which is not hard. We can book the room in House of Commons in one of the important time, for example, in the time of Dasai or Diwali or some attractions. We can book the hall. We can share our practice culture. Along with, we can share the possibility of making Nepal is a part of tourist destination. I'm coming back to Guru Chaitanya Krishna is the Kali Gandagi Gyan Vigyan Pratishthan. This is he explored that the Gyani can mix some sort of sanskari, things there in Nepal. The Bigyani can do some aviskar sort of things. This is possible there. Like the Om has the acknowledged part of the influence even in the Western world. So there are so many such things, and that particular chapter can help our own second generation tourists to go back to Nepal, explore it, find the sense of it, and come back to Europe or America, Australia or UK, and share with their friends and with their families. So these are the important things that we can mobilize. And then one important thing, what we can do is to establish a mobile information hub in the Europes and UK. If we make a calendar uh, to run the mobile information hub, where they can have a person who can explain about the tourism in Nepal, the possibilities, the hotels, as Kamalji has described there, and the flights, possibilities of other options of adventure there. If we make the booklet and some video presentations along with some newsletters, then that mobile information hub can hover around. There are like each big parties in the UK, they have their conventions, conferences every year. They have 6,000-7,000 participants from all around UK. And if we get installed there, and then that message pass very quickly to all over the UK. So that's what they do. Gibraltar and then even Malta, I could see the stall there in one of the conferences. They do explain about the possibility of tourism. So we can do on behalf of Nepal. We don't have to get our officers back from Nepal because we have NRNA who can offer the volunteers. We have Nepal embassies who can offer the volunteers. And these are the possibilities of mobile information hub, which we can move from one place to other, which we can establish in one of the important conferences or the carnivals or any other official events that have been organized by the local government or even the central government in the House of Commons and other local venues. So these can be some of the short-term or medium-term goals. In the long term, we can include, you can make these issues inclusion to some of the schools as a non-credit course, say tourism in the world, and then where we can keep the chapter of the tourism to Nepal, something like that. So that can implement in the schools, some schools non-credit courses. We can help mostly where the density of Nepalese residents in Greenwich, in Rossmore, in Hounslow, in Brent, in Kent. We can easily implement these things because we have very influential number of Nepalese residents or Nepalese origin residents living in these areas. So, saying so, I would like to thank you all for this opportunity to provide to me to speak on behalf of local government, how we can promote the tourism to Nepal. Thank you so much, Dipesmanji, Somji, and all others who have made these big efforts and then preparations for this session today. I really appreciate your count for me to be one of the speakers today. And then if you have any questions, feel free. Thank you.
Thank you.